vehicle with 4 people and it went through the ice. They were driving across the lake. They live in the area, they're familiar with the lake. The vehicle went through, it was a small-sized SUV. 4 people in the vehicle, mom, dad, a 24-month-old girl, and a 9-month-old girl. The 9-month-old was in a child car seat in the rear of the car. The homeowners immediately adjacent to where the car went in were just arriving home and heard a young girl, what he thought was screaming. He walked around the side of the house, he looked down the embankment and saw a mom and the 24-month-old daughter trying to get out of the water onto the ice and back onto shore. He and a friend went down and were able to help them get back onto shore. Now this guy happens to be a mound firefighter, volunteer firefighter who was off duty at the time and very familiar with the lake as well as ice rescue. He also saw a man in the water on the other side of the vehicle. Turns out to be the father. At the time, I don't think they realized that a 9-month-old daughter was still in the vehicle under the water. They called 911. Mound Fire responded, 4 firefighters. The 4 firefighters were dressed in Mustang suits like this. This is one of our special deputies from Hennepin County Sheriff's Office Water Patrol. This is a Mustang suit. It's meant to keep you warm. When you zip it up, it has buoyancy. But the problem was, this vehicle was submerged, and with the young girl in the back seat of the vehicle, they weren't able to get under the water. And so they improvised, and they went way out of their way to do this. They unzipped their Mustang suit, took the cold water into the suit, and that allowed them to go under the water, enter the vehicle, and cut the 9-month-old girl from the car seat and bring her up to the surface. She was not breathing. She'd been underwater for about 15 to 20 minutes approximately. Ambulance transported the young girl to a local hospital along with the rest of the family, and that's kind of the situation as it was last night. Now this 9-month-old girl is in critical condition, and last night while we were out there at this incident that happened around 5 o'clock or so, we had 2 additional vehicles go through the ice on Lake Minnetonka. Both of them had multiple occupants of the vehicles. Luckily, those occupants were able to make it out without injury. What we told folks last night, what we tell folks this weekend and moving forward is that all of these bodies of water across Hennepin County, across the metropolitan area, across Minnesota, have variable ice conditions. And, you know, as much as we try and post the access points like we've done with these big electronic billboards and signs like what you see behind me, people want to get out and enjoy the great outdoors of Minnesota and Minnesota's winter and all that it has to offer. However, they have to be responsible. They have to understand the variable ice conditions, and they have to be careful about what they do.